sometimes known as Tsukihime. Suddenly, I awaken with a start. The night is pitch black, and no one else is in the house. It's scary being alone in the dark, so to find everyone, I head out into the garden. My mansion's gardens are vast fields of green, surrounded by a thick, dense forest, with the trees blanketing out the light, almost like a massive curtain. Like a stage in a theater somewhere. The curtain of trees opens with a swishing sound. Excitement fills me, anticipating the beginning of the grand play. In the distance, I hear the sound of echoes beyond the black curtain of trees. Inside the forest, the sounds of everyone happily playing around. The curtain doesn't open yet. Unable to restrain myself, I wander into the darkness of the forest. Darkness surrounds me, a blackness so deep it's suffocating. Only the calming rays of the moonlight can reach this deep. The air is cold, the water is chill so deep my eyes feel like they'll freeze. For a brief moment, I thought I heard someone call my name, so I walk even deeper into the forest. After passing through the veil of trees, I find everyone waiting for me in the forest clearing. But something is wrong. Everyone is lying on the ground. Everyone is lying on the ground in pieces. The clearing is bathed in red. I don't understand. A stranger approaches. The look on his face as he wants to rip me apart. I don't understand at all. But someone else, someone I don't know, steps in front of me and is torn apart in my place. I'm just a kid, so I really don't understand. A splash. Something warm and wet hits my face. It's red, a red liquid, red like a tomato. The person that was torn apart, the person that I called Mom, never called my name again. I really don't understand. But it's just so cruel. I want to cry. I just felt like crying. Warm crimson blurs my vision, seeping into my eyes. It doesn't bother me at all. The lonely moon floats above me, bearing witness in the night sky. It's strange. Why didn't I realize until now? Such a cold, horrible nightmare. Yes, I didn't realize it. That tonight, the moon is so beautiful. Oh boy! Display effects instantly. Skip parts previously read. Sure. Turn that on. No one tell Alexis. I think I might do this like every other night for a while. Let's begin. Start from the beginning. A prologue. When I came to, I was lying on a hospital bed. The curtain on the nearby window sways gently. It's a beautiful day outside, and the dry wind signals the end of summer. Hello, Tonoshiki-kun. Congratulations on your recovery. The unfamiliar old man extends his hand for a handshake. His square-rimmed glasses and warm smile are very befitting. His tight-looking white clothes suit him perfectly, too. Can you understand what I'm saying, Shiki-kun? No? Why am I in a hospital? You don't remember, do you? You were involved in a car accident while you were walking. Your chest was stabbed by a shard of glass, and it was unlikely that you would survive. Very unbefitting of a doctor would say. He says it while still smiling cheerfully. Terrible. I feel terrible. I'm tired. Can I go to sleep? Yes, you should rest. You must focus on recuperating and not push yourself. The doctor is still smiling. To be honest, I can't stand that smile anymore. Can I ask you something, doctor? What is it, Shiki-kun? Why are there scribbles all over your body? There are cracks all over the walls. Why are there cracks in the walls? The smile vanishes for just a brief moment, then returns to his face immediately. He turns and walks away. Seems there was some brain damage after all. Get a hold of Dr. Ashia in neurology. I also suspect he may have suffered some damage to his eyes. Spend the afternoon examining his eyes. The doctor whispers to the nurse so that I won't hear him, but I somehow do anyway. Weird. There are scribbles all over everyone's bodies. The sloppy, zigzagging black lines running all over the floors, walls, the ceiling. I don't understand what they mean, but looking at them makes me feel sick. I wonder what it is. The bed, too, is covered in these scribbly lines. When I touch the line with my finger, the fingertip sinks deep into the crack. Whoa! Seems as if I could reach farther down with something narrower. So I traced the line with the fruit knife that was lying on the bedside table. I didn't use any strength at all, yet the knife sinks into the bed all the way up to the hilt. It was fun, so I dragged the knife along the scribbly line. Thud! With a heavy sound, the bed snaps cleanly in two. Duh! The girl in the bed next to mine screams. That was a scream, shut up. The nurses run over and take the knife away from me. How did you break the bed, Shiki-kun? The doctors don't ask why, but curiously persists on how I did it. I traced along that line and it broke. Hey, just why is this hospital full of cracks? You'd better stop with that, Shiki-kun. There are no such cracks like that anywhere. Now tell me, just how did you break the bed? You can tell me, I promise I won't get mad. I'm telling you, all I did was trace the line with a knife. I see. Okay, we'll continue this conversation tomorrow. The doctor leaves. In the end, not a single person believed my story. As long as I run the knife along the scribbles, I can cleanly cut anything, including servants. I don't have to put any force into it. It's as easy as cutting paper with scissors. The bed, the chair, the desk, the walls, the floor. I've never tried, but probably, no, definitely, even people. But it seems that no one else can see these lines. The black lines only I can see. Despite being a kid, I gradually began to understand what the lines were. They're probably like stitches. Just like stitches that hold an open wound together after surgery. I think they're weak spots. After all, there's no way I could cut such a thing with a child's strength alone. Yeah, I didn't know until now that the world is covered in these lines, these breaking lines that bind everything together. No one else can see them. That's why they're just fine. But I can see them. I'm scared, so scared I can't even talk. But I keep talking. It's as if I'm the only one who went crazy. Maybe that's why? Why, even after 2 weeks, no one believes my story. Even after 2 weeks, no one has come to see me. Even after 2 weeks, I continue to live alone in a world surrounded by black stitches. I need to get out. I don't want to be in this room anymore. I don't want to stay in a place covered in stitches. That's why I decided to escape and run away to somewhere where no one else would be. But the wound on my chest still hurts, and I didn't get very far. That was when I noticed. I'm standing in the grassy field just outside of town. I really didn't get far at all. My chest hurts. I feel so sad. I collapse my knees and cough. There's nobody here. Drowning in this ocean of green at the end of summer, I feel like I'm about to disappear. But before that... Hey you! It's dangerous to sit down in a place like that. I hear a woman's voice from behind me. Eh? What do you mean, eh? You're already a run, so I can't see if you were sitting in the grass. I was this close to kicking you, so watch out. She points at me rather grumpily. I get a little angry. After all, I sit in the 4th row of the front, so I don't think I'm that short. Kicked? By who? Isn't it obvious, stupid? You and I are the only ones here, so who else could it be but me? She clears this confidently as she folds her arms. Well, I suppose it must be fate that we met here, so you want to talk for a little while? My name is Ozaki Aoka. What's yours? She extends her hand to me with that kind of cheerfulness one would show an old friend. I see no reason to refuse, so I tell her my name is Tonoshiki, and I grasp her cool hand in return. Talking to her was a lot of fun. She didn't ignore what I said just because I was a kid. Instead, she listened. She listened to what I had to say like a friend. We talked about many things. About my family, about how I was an old and respected family with very strict traditional rules and my equally strict father. About my little sister, Akia, quiet Akia who always followed me around. About our big mansion, the vast gardens, and how Akia and I would play together with our friends. I told her about many things, almost feverishly. Oh, it's this time already. Sorry, Shiki. I got some business to take care of, so let's stop here. She gets up to leave. My chest tightens and I feel sad, thinking that I would be alone again. See you tomorrow. Let me wait for you here, okay? You should go back to your room and listen to your doctor. Oh. She speaks with such ease, in such a natural way she makes her way off. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow we would be able to talk like we did today. And I'm happy. It was the first time I truly felt something since I awoke from the accident. Since that day, going to that grassy field in the afternoons became part of my daily routine. She would get angry when I called her Aoka. For some reason, it seemed she hated her own name. After some thought, I decided that she seemed like a very distinguished person, so I came to call her Sensei. Sensei would probably listen to anything I had to say, and would always dispel my anxieties without a single word without fail. I was depressed from the accident, but slowly, thanks to Sensei, I began to return to my former self. Even those scary black scribbles didn't seem quite so scary anymore when talking to Sensei. I didn't know who she was or where she was from. Perhaps she really was a teacher. But I don't care, it doesn't matter at all. Because it's fun being with Sensei. That alone is all that matters. That alone is more than enough. Hey, Sensei. Look what I can do. I want to surprise her one day. So using the fruit knife I brought from the hospital, I cut down a tree growing in the field. Like before, I run the knife along the scribble-like lines and cut it cleanly across the base. Amazing, isn't it? I can cut anything easily as long as it's somewhere I can see the scribbles. No one else can do this, right? Shiki! She slaps me across the face. Sensei? What you just did was extremely thoughtless. Sensei gives me a hard, piercing glare. I don't know why, but I just realized I just did something I definitely should have not done. With Sensei's severe expression and the pain from my cheek where she slapped me, I felt very sad. I'm sorry. Before I knew it, I was crying. Shiki. Then a gentle, warm feeling envelops me. There's no need to apologize. It's true that you did something I should be angry at you for, but it's definitely not your fault. Sensei squats down and hugs me. But you know, if someone doesn't tell you otherwise now, one day you're going to make a mistake you can never take back. That's why I won't apologize. You can hate me all you want, if you feel that way. No, I don't hate you, Sensei. Really? I'm glad you feel that way. I guess it was fate that the two of us met here like this. Sensei began to ask about the scribbles I could see. As I told her about the lines, the black jagged lines that somehow only I could see, Sensei's embrace tightened. Shiki, what you are seeing is something that should never be seen by anyone or anything. Everything in existence has points where they are most easily broken. We, who will break down one day, are imperfect for this reason. Your eyes have the ability to see the fate of all things. To put it another way, you can see the future. See the future? That's right. You can see death. You don't need to know any more than that. If someday you happen to go down that path, the principles will become clear to you as something that is needed. Sensei, I really don't understand. That's good. It's important that you don't understand now. All I want you to know is that you must never cut these lines on a whim or as a joke, understand? If you do so, your eyes will begin to take the lives of others too lightly, and that is the worst thing that could possibly happen. Okay. I won't do it if you say so, Sensei. Besides, it kind of hurts my chest. I'm sorry, Sensei. I'll never do it again. Good for you, Shiki. Never forget the feelings that you have experienced here today. If you stay that way, I'm sure you'll find happiness. Sensei finally lets go of me. But, Sensei, I see those lines and get worried. They'll be cut as soon as I trace them, right? Then it wouldn't be weird for my surroundings to come apart at any time. You're right. I'll be able to help you with that, at least. Seems as if that's the reason why I'm here. Sensei sighs and favors me with a warm smile. Shiki, I'll give you a very special present tomorrow. I'll give you your old life back, the one you were living before your accident. The next day, exactly the 7th day after I met Sensei, she arrives in the grassy field carrying a large trunk in one hand. Here. If you put these on, those strange scribbles won't be visible anymore. What she gave me was a pair of glasses. But my eyes are fine. Just put them on. Lenses don't have any magnification or anything. Sensei forces them on me. Suddenly, whoa! Incredible! This is amazing, Sensei! I can't see the scribbles anymore, not at all! Of course. I had quite a time stealing Mystic Eye Killer from my older sister to make this Sawazaki Arco masterpiece. So treat them well or there'll be hell to pay, got it? Yup. I'll take good care of them. You're incredible, Sensei. You made all those horrible lines disappear just like that. It's like magic. Of course, I'm a sorceress after all. Giving me a proud smile, Sensei pressed her trunk down on the ground. But know this, Shiki. Those lines haven't disappeared. It's just that you can't see them. Once you take the glasses off, you'll be able to see them again. Really? Yes. That's the one thing that cannot be fixed. Your only choice is to keep living your life and do the best you can with the eyes you have now. No, I don't want these scary eyes. If I cut those lines again, I'll end up breaking my promise to you. Oh, you mean never cutting the lines again? Silly, you can break that promise whenever you like. Really? But you said it was something I shouldn't do. Yes, it is. But that's your gift, Shiki. It's yours to use as you see fit. No one else but you has the right to judge you. But of all the abilities one can have, yours is terribly unique. If you have such a power, that means there is meaning behind you having it. God doesn't give us powers for no reason. I say that you were given the mystic eyes of death perception because one day a time will come when you will need them. That's why you must not live in denial of their existence. Sensei squats down so her eyes would be level. But you know, that's why you must never forget. You're a very kind and honest person, Shiki. As long as you remain the way you are now, your eyes will never bring forth any wrong. Just maybe a hell of a lot of two-timing. However, I'm not telling you to become a saint. All I'm saying is live true to yourself and become a man in the manner you think is right. Since you can accept your mistakes and you are able to apologize, I know that in 10 years you'll become a great man. That being said, Sensei stands and reaches for her trunk. Oh, but I must say, unless in exceptional circumstances, you shouldn't take the glasses off. Special powers attract other special powers. Only when you decide there is no other way should you take off those glasses, and even then, be mindful of how you use your power. Power in itself is not evil. What's evil rests solely in the hearts of the ones wielding such power. Be it for good or evil, it'll be up to you and the choices you make. She picks up her trunk. Sensei doesn't say anything after that, but deep down, I knew we would have to part. It's impossible, Sensei. I can't do it. I won't understand just by myself. The truth is, I was so afraid before I met you. I was only able to return to being me because you were with me. I can't do it. Not even with these glasses. If you're gone, I can't do it. Don't say such things, Shiki. If you tell lies that even you yourself can't believe, you only make whoever hears you sad. Sensei raises her eyebrows in displeasure and pokes my forehead. You know yourself, don't you? You're alright now. So don't say stupid things and give up on the stuff that you finally found. Only you can choose to be you, and no one else can do it for you. Sensei turns around. Well, this is goodbye. Listen, Shiki. Life is not easy. Everyone's life is hard. It's a hard, long, rocky road filled with many pitfalls. You have more power than anyone else to do something about that. So pull yourself together. Sensei's leaving. I was sad, but I'm Sensei's friend, so I have to see her off properly. Yes. Goodbye, Sensei. Hold on. That's right, Shiki. Hold on to that confidence, and always live true to yourself. When you find yourself in trouble, calm down and think things through carefully. Okay? A solution will always present itself if you do. It'll be alright. You'll manage even on your own. Sensei laughs happily. The wind blows. The field of grass sways in unison. Sensei was already gone. Goodbye, Sensei. After seeing that, I really felt that I would not see her again. All that remained were her many words and these mysterious glasses. It was only 7 days, but she taught me things more valuable than anything else. As I stand there by myself, I feel tears well up in my eyes. Man, I was such a fool. I could only say goodbye. I couldn't even say a single word of thanks to her. I left the hospital soon after that. Afterwards, I didn't return to the Tono household, but was taken to live with my relatives instead. But it's alright. Tonoshiki will be just fine, even by himself. I'll spend a new life with my new family. And like that, Tonoshiki's ninth summer ended. The new autumn arrived, and I think I became more of an adult. Fucking saved. God, this is making my mouth so dry. Autumn. The last traces of summer are disappearing today, a Thursday halfway through October. This is the day when I, Tonoshiki, return home. It's been 8 years since I left. Shiki, hurry up. You're going to be late for school. I hear Keiko-san's voice floating in from the kitchen. Okay, I'm leaving, I call back. I placed my hands together in the room that was mine at the Arimas up until now. I'm going. Thanks for letting me live with you these last 8 years. Clap, clap. I fold my hands together in prayer. Then, grabbing my only bag, I leave the room that had become so familiar. I walk through the entrance to the Arima's house, then turn to face it. Shiki, Keiko-san, who had come to the door to see me off, calls my name somberly. See you later. Oh, see you later. Take care, Mom. What a strange thing to say. I won't be coming back. Never again will I pass through the store as a member of the Arima family. Thanks for looking after me. Please give my regards to Father, too. Keiko-san simply nods. 8 years. The eyes of the person who had been my mother look so sad. I don't think I've ever seen her like that before. I'm sure it'll be hard for you at the Tono's house. Please watch yourself. Your body's weak. You mustn't overdo it. I'll be okay. After 8 years, I'm just as healthy as anyone else. I'm a lot tougher than I look. I suppose you're right. But the Tonos are different from everyone else. I'm worried they'll be too much for you. I know what Keiko-san means. My home from today forth will be a mansion, an uncommon sight in this day and age. Not only is the house amazing, but the family itself is highly respected. Instead, they hold significant investments in many corporations. To top things off, it's my true home. The Arimas have only been looking after me. But it's already decided. Yeah, it's something that's decided already. Already decided. Alright, I'll be heading off then. Thanks for taking care of me. I repeat those words one last time and turn my back on the household I had grown so accustomed to over these past 8 years. I leave the Arimas and start walking to school with a heavy heart. 8 years ago, I recovered from a serious injury that normally would have meant death. and I was entrusted to the Armas, and finally branching out from the Tono family. I lived with my real parents at the Tono mansion up until I was 9. I lived with the Armas for 8 years until now, my second year of high school. I lived a normal life as an adopted son. From the time I met Sensei, no special circumstances Sensei told me about as she parted never happened. The glasses hid the lines for me as long as I wore them. The life of Tonoshiki was a peaceful one. It meandered along gently until a few days ago. The day when the head of the Tono family sent word to me. Return to the Tono mansion. The very family that, until now, had shunned me. I sigh again. To be perfectly honest, even before the accident, I'd never gotten along with the Tono household. Maybe as a kid, I never liked the formality demanded by the family. Perhaps that's why I said nothing when the old man told me I was going to live with the Aramas. I think it turned out well. I got along well with my adopted parents, Keiko-san and Fumio-san. It was as if they were my real parents. I live a normal life in the loving family of the Aramas, like a real son, just like I'd always wished. I don't regret living there. Except for one thing. My little sister, 1 year younger than me, remained behind with the Tonos. Akiha, I bet she hates me now. Oh, you'd be surprised. It would only be natural. She had to live in that mansion all by herself under the constant supervision of that hard-headed old man. I could easily imagine what Akiha thought of me, the one who escaped, and let out another sigh. I can't help it. She got the eye. What's going to happen will happen. Today, after school, I'll return to my true home. Lord knows what will occur. But for now, I have more pressing problems. I watch shows 7:45. Homework starts at 8 o'clock sharp, and anyone who isn't in class by 8 is marked as late. Touching my bag, I start pointing towards school. I managed to make it to school in less than 10 minutes. I entered from the back gate, accomplishing a feat that would bring the track stars running if they knew. Come to think of it, today's also the last day I'll come in through the back gate. The Arma and Tono houses are on the opposite side of the school, and the Arma is being behind while the Tonos is in front. I'll still be coming in the front gate in the future, and it's totally warranted an entire page of text. And I quite like the lonely atmosphere back here too. For some reason, the back gate out of school isn't really popular. Does this go on? Only 10 people or so, myself included, actually use it. It's quiet and pretty devoid of people day or night. Clang, clink, clink, clang. Like I said, pretty quiet. The sound of a hammer mixed with distant birds singing reaches my ears. Hammering, huh? Clang, clink, long. A half-rhythmical ringing comes from one corner of the courtyard. Ellipsis. What is that? Homework begins in less than 10 minutes. I don't have time to stop and find out, but I'm pretty curious. Right now, we have options. There's only a few minutes until homeroom. I have to head there right now. Or are we so curious that we should take a look? For anyone actually watching. I have never played this before. Oh man, it's all up to me then. Eeny, meeny, miny. 2. Okay. Well, I am rather curious. Gotta go check that shit out. The source of the noise becomes apparent as I walk towards the courtyard. A female student is crouching in the middle of the tree-lined path, working with a hammer and nails. Score. Ellipsis. What is she doing? There are only a few minutes left until homeroom. Maybe she doesn't have a watch. At the moment, that's the best I can come up with. Still, to notice and then just ignore would be somewhat cruel. I approach her unhurriedly, try not to surprise her and speak. Hey, pretty lady! Hey, homeroom is starting soon. Huh? This quiet girl erases her face. The ribbon on her uniform displays the color of a third year. Ellipsis. The older student looks at me while holding her hammer. Her gaze through those glasses is so direct I can feel like I'm being pulled in. Her serious eyes make me want to apologize for bothering her. The splint she was facing is raw and beyond use. Come to think of it, our school's rear courtyard is in terrible state of disrepair. The splints are neglected, the flower beds untended. Apparently the teachers intend for the students to conduct a big cleanup at the end of the year, so the maintenance men have done nothing since summer. I take in the situation with a single glance. Totally not distracted by her chest. The girl with the hammer is repairing the broken down splints, paying no mind to the fact that her tight uniform is being dirty. Dirty girl. She has sweat on her brow and it looks like she had been swinging her hammer in a most serious manner. But as far as I know, there's nobody in charge of repairing public property at this school. What is it? The older student asked, adjusting her crooked glasses. It's nothing. I was just wondering what you were doing. Ah, as you can see, I'm in the middle of fixing the splints. Yeah, I can see that. That's not what I meant. I was wondering why you're doing something like this. Won't the maintenance people take care of it anyway? The old student laughs to hide her embarrassment. I'm the kind of person who can't stand seeing a mess like this. I just can't leave them alone. It seems as though she's repairing the splints because she just couldn't let them stay that way, as she just said. Ellipsis. What an odd senpai. That's why you're fixing it on your own? If you don't like the mess, why not just avoid coming here? Well, my classroom is over there. Senpai points to the second room classroom facing the courtyard. My seat is next to the window, so it's easy for me to see the courtyard. Well, usually I just bear it, but when I took my seat today, I was surprised to see all the splints in this area were broken. Senpai's face clouded as if to say, "Isn't that terrible?" Apparently she's upset, though she doesn't look seriously angry. You know what they say, strike while the iron is hot and all. I borrowed the tools from the office and decided to fix it myself. Ah. Soka. Making a bow, Senpai returns to hammering the nails. Alright, I understand all that, but how about we leave it here for now? Homeroom is in less than 5 minutes, and if it's this bad, won't the school get around to fixing it pretty soon? No way! Gripping her hammer, the senpai with glasses shakes her head furiously. I'll be able to concentrate with a garden like this, even if I go to class. It'll just sound like nonsense to me, and then the teacher will say, "Hey you, what are you staring at?" I'll get yelled at for sure. Senpai continues to grip the hammer while she emphasizes her point. Well, I suppose the teacher would be upset if you kept looking outside. He would, wouldn't he? That's why I have to do it now. With that, Senpai begins her repairs once again, clumsily hammering away. She's obviously not used to using a hammer. Clank, clank, makes a hammer as it hits the wood. By the looks of it, there isn't just one or two broken splints. I can begin to guess how long it'll take her to repair all of them on her own. The bell begins to ring, and then it finishes ringing. Or not. Looks like first period started. I give up, considering things have gotten to this point. I sit down silently and begin to help repairing the splints. 2 students, 1 hammer. Once I began to help, I quickly realized mending them isn't that difficult after all. Though the older student is not used to making repairs, she's quite skillful anyway. She's already gotten the hang of it and works and proceeding at a brisk pace. Senpai's movements are quick and sharp, and I enjoy watching her. She's really quite clever. Before I know it, there's only 1 splint left to repair. Yatta! 30 minutes have passed. 34 minutes exactly. I can't stay here any longer, and only 1 more would be no problem for Senpai. Well, I'll be going. I stand up and dust off my pants. The student with the glasses also stands and begins to stare at me. She stares right into my soul. Just who is she? I hadn't given it any thought because of what I was doing, but when I stopped to consider it, I realized she's quite beautiful. Also, blue hair. Blue fucking hair. Someone this good looking would be known by every male student. Maybe I'm gay. They'd be talking about a third-year beauty. I have to go. Don't work too hard, senpai. She gives an obedient nod. Even though she's older than me, it's almost like dealing with someone younger. Thank you for helping me. I'm glad you did. She makes a quick bow. Aww. I'll be sure to come say hello during lunch. Ah, don't forget to wash your hands, Tono-kun. You too, senpai. With that, I whip my hand and leave. Wait. Huh? Have I met you before, senpai? Eh? Senpai cries out in surprise and immediately puts on a depressed face. Tono-kun, you forgotten about me? Forgotten? No, I don't think so. If I ever met a beautiful woman like her, there'd be no way I'd forget. She looks up at me reproachfully. Those eyes, I'm sure I remember them from somewhere, don't I? Come to think of it, we had exchanged greetings once or twice before, hadn't we? Seal senpai, isn't it? Apprehensively, I suggest her name. Yes, I'm glad you remember. You seem the type to space out and forget, Tono-kun. Well, I don't think I spaced out, but there's something I can do about the fact that I forgot. See you later, then. Sorry for keeping you. Seal senpai bows again. I'll watch you go, then start to walk towards the school building. And then the music stops. And then the game crashes. And then the game crashes. Yup. Crashes and burns, apparently. You check for a solution to that problem there. Do you suppose it won't crash again if I just reload? Clang, clang, cling, clong, clonk. Nyum. Moment of truth. Yeah. I should save. Also this music. Goddamn. This is a live with our choices run. When I reach my class, it's already the break after first period. I step into the room while everyone's busy talking. My desk is the window seat in the very back row, so I can sneak there without drawing any attention. And when the attendance is taken in the second period, everyone will probably say, "Hey, when did Tono gonna get here?" It's a strange quirk in an otherwise dull class. But I guess that plan won't work this time. Yo, truant boy. It's totally unlike you to be late. Ellipsis. I sigh. Feels like reality is being hammered back into me after the pleasant time I spent with senpai. What's with that sour face of yours? Being late when I'm actually on time? What do you think you're doing? Hey, listen, I'm not coming to school for your sake, you know. What? I'm coming to school for your sake? That's so unfair. Ellipsis. Words, they fail me. I wonder, like I have many times before, how I ended up knowing this guy. His hair dyed orange, his ears pierced, his vicious glare that screams he will pick a fight with anyone, anytime, and his wearing of rebellious clothes. Oh, wait, what? Anyway, Arihiko is the only free-spirited outlaw in our university-oriented high school. We We've been bitter enemies since middle school, right? If you make a carefree face like that in front of your rival, you better be prepared for trouble. And make it double. In any case, Arihiko is a loud guy. Yo, morning, Tono. Before I know it, everyone in the class is looking my way and greeting me. Shut up, Arihiko. You're hurting my chest to slip into class unnoticed. Why am I your rival, anyway? There are plenty of other tough guys around, so stop bothering me. Well, he still owes me close to 10,000 yen from middle school, so I guess that does make him my enemy. Why are you only mean to me, Tono? You're like a saint to everyone else. It's not fair. What, you just figured that out? Life's not fair. You really are only mean to me. I didn't try particularly hard to be cold to Arihiko. That's just the kind of relationship we have. By the way, Arihiko, what's the chronically light night owl who never shows up till second period doing here in homeroom? It's a little... no, it's very odd. I was thinking that too. I guess being at school on time isn't just for when I have to wake up early. Well, I won't comment on your hobbies, but what I'm asking is why you woke up early. Why I woke up early? I guess it's because I can't stay out late since all that fuss started, so I actually go to sleep at night now. You heard those stories about those serial killings, haven't you? Wait, what? Serial killings? I see. Don't think about it, I did hear something like that. I feel a tinge of regret at needing Arihiko to remind me. Alright, people have been violently murdered. I love murder. Wait, what? Who wants to talk about murders? For the past 2 or 3 days, I've been debating whether or not to return to the Tono household, so I completely lost touch with the news. What was that again? They gave it some really nasty name like the freakish serial killings or something. There's more to it. So far, all the victims have been young girls. The 8th victim was only 2 days ago. To top it off, they were all... Wait, what happened to them again? Arihiko tilts his head in contemplation. Ellipsis. I'm an idiot for asking him. Yeah, I remember now. All the red cross-shaped slashes on their throats. No one knew he could. Everyone who was killed lost a lot of blood. It tends to happen when you're cut on the throat. Oh yeah, that was it. It said some kind of modern-day vampire or something. You should know a lot about this, Mitsuka-san. Not really. Sammy in this town, so it's in the news. You remembered if you didn't. You remember even if you didn't want to. I see. I thought it was happening in a neighboring town, but I guess it moved down here. Well, anyway, that's what happened. You and I wouldn't be going out in the streets at night with a killer walking around. That's why I've been waking up at 7 lately. What, that's it? Having a good reason doesn't make a good story. Where's the fun in that? I sit down while dealing with Arihiko. Man, you're cold. What, did you collapse from an email already this morning? I'm alright, thanks for asking. If I was anemic 24 hours a day, I'd be dead by now. Yeah, you're right. If you say you're okay, then I guess you're okay. The bell rings while we're talking. And I guess the teacher didn't notice any of that, so whatever. Hey, class is about to begin. Grabbing back to your seat. Yeah, alright. Oh, by the way, we'll have lunch today in the cafeteria instead of on the roof. I made a special guest, so look forward to it. With a scheming laugh, Arihiko returns to his seat. See you there, Tono-kun. Aw, yeah. Sorry for keeping you, Mitsuka-san. Her light footsteps tap across the floor as she returns to her desk. But it's still a mystery to me why she joined our conversation. Maybe she likes you. She's just our classmate. It's lunchtime. Now then, where should I eat lunch? Oh man, do we need to eat lunch in class? Or to go to the cafeteria like we were going to meet Arihiko, our apparent bro? Or go out into the hallway and think about it some more? We were also supposed to meet Seal in the lunchroom, I think. 3? I have a 3. Do I have a second opinion? I don't know. Seal and Arihiko both want to meet you in the cafeteria, so fuck them and let's go into the hallway and think about it. During lunchtime, the hall is packed. Students head to the cafeteria to their favorite places, lunches in hand. Caught in the flow of people, I contemplate whether I should go to the cafeteria or the store. Ellipsis. I'm sort of taken aback at my own leisure. If I have time to waste, I better go to the cafe. Fuck. I began to walk towards the cafeteria. On the way there, a familiar face waves and runs up to me. Thank goodness. I've been looking for you, Tono-kun. Oh, Seal-senpai. Hello. I feel embarrassed for some reason I return her unusual greeting. Yes, hello. Well, we've only met once today, so I guess it's not proper to say hello. A small smile floats on Senpai's face as if she found something amusing. Yeah, now that you mention it, I guess you're right. Konnichiwa. I avert my eyes and give a lukewarm reply, becoming increasingly embarrassed. I wonder... I should be used to speaking with senpai like this, but for some reason I'm getting embarrassed. Tono-kun, do you have some urgent business? You seem a bit unsettled. No, nothing like that. I don't, but for some reason her every move feels unfamiliar. I can't calm down. What is this feeling inside that I can't hide? It's nothing. More importantly, senpai, you said you were looking for me? Do you need me for something? Well, I wanted to thank you for this morning, so I was looking for you. For this oh, you mean in the courtyard? Of course. Sorry to ask, but are you going to have lunch? I sigh. Lunch. Well, people usually eat lunch at lunchtime. Great, smartass. Then we can eat together. I'll treat you as thanks for this morning. Let's go to the cafeteria. But Arihiko's there. Senpai smiles, grabbing my wrist. She starts to walk. It's strange enough for a third-year like senpai to walk down the second-year hall, but this attracts even more attention. The gazes of the students in the hall fall upon senpai and me, and a murmur of conversation starts. Wait just a second. It's alright, you don't have to. I quickly shake her off my arm. I only did what I did this morning on a whim. There's no need for you to thank me. Spaghetti splattered. I draw back from senpai, well aware of how flushed my face is. Aww, there's no need to be so reserved. Work should be rewarded. So please, let me treat you. Senpai grabs her hold of my arm again. That's not what I'm talking about. I mean, I just couldn't say that I'm embarrassed to be with her because we stand out so much. Come on, there won't be any seats left if we don't hurry. I'll listen to the details after we get to the cafeteria. But you're a girl. Senpai starts walking, pulling my arm with a tug. Ellipsis. Any further questions would bring more stares from the people around us in the hall. I don't know what Senpai is planning, but I peacefully accompany her to the cafeteria. Almost all the seats in the cafeteria are taken, except for the one in her lap. I spent about 10 minutes in the hallway, first spaced out, then talking with the senpai. Some of the cafeteria seats are pretty much non-existent. I'll stand in line, Tono-kun, so please go get some seats. Is there any food you don't like? Spaghetti. If there is, now's the time to let me know. Nope, there isn't. I'm not picky with food. Very well. It won't take long. Senpai lines up with everyone else. Ellipsis. Seems my only choice is to obediently accept the fact that she'll be treating me. Or you could not. And you could screw the rules and go eat your spaghetti. But there aren't any seats left. I look around at the bustling cafeteria. You can't find even 2 seats at this hour, let alone 2 seats to get there. I sigh. There. Plain as day is a table with not only 2, not 3, but 4, count them 4 unoccupied seats. There's only one student sitting at the table, and it seems he noticed me while I was looking for a seat. Yo, Tono! Student vigorously waving his hand as my dear classmate with the dyed orange chair. Ellipsis. My head hurts. but there isn't anywhere else to sit. I have no choice but to return the wave and walk to the table where my friend is sitting. You're late. I told you to hurry because I've invited a special guest today. What the hell have you been up to? Ariko begins to complain as soon as we're face to face. Yeah, come to think of it, you did. So, who is it? Oh, about that. She promised me yesterday she'd come, but she declined this morning. Said she had someone she wanted to thank or something, so she'd be busy this lunchtime. You don't say. Ariko sighs as he eats his shikara udon. That'd be noodles. Someone she wanted to thank? The words catch my attention. Ariko, that special guest wouldn't have to be a 30-year student, would she? What? Ariko's body jumps in shock. A rather energetic girl wearing glasses. What? Ariko begins quivering. As soon as the tables around us stand up as if to make a fast escape. Are you a wizard? Ariko points at me fearfully. No, that doesn't mean I'm psychic. It's... Sorry to keep you waiting. See you found a seat, Tono-kun. There. Saburo eyes with a smile, carrying a silver tray. Ariko's eyes are wide open in surprise. Huh? Anyway-kun. What a coincidence. Still smiling, Senpai takes her seat. Ariko gives her a choked response. Here you go, Tono-kun. Please, eat until you're full. And after all this time, I still can't shake off her smile. It's almost visible behind all this text. Alright. In that case, thanks for the food. Itadakimasu. Taking Arihiko's dumbfounded stare in stride, I sit down. Senpai sits in front of me while Arihiko sits beside me. Itadakimasu. Put my hands together with a clap, I flick out the tray Senpai brought. On the menu is curry rice, and curry udon. Huh. Ellipsis. I don't get it. Senpai? Yes? What is it, Tono-kun? About this. What's going on? What do you mean? It's lunch, isn't it? What else does it look like? What else do you say, but all I see is curry. Yes, it's curry. Senpai laughs happily. The problem is, they all look like curry. There's 3 dishes. You're going to make a scene of this, aren't you? Of course. You're a boy, so you eat a lot. I'll have just one, so please take whatever you like. Oh, okay. In that case, I'll take the curry with a side of the curry. The other choice is hell. Make sure to finish it, Tono-kun. After all, you aren't picky with food, are you? Ellipsis. There isn't a shred of antagonism in Senpai's smile, nor is this some kind of joke. She had good intentions, truly. Yeah, itadakimasu. Hiding into the curry rice with my spoon in despair. Well, maybe you should have said something. Tono-kun! From beside me came the cry of a dead man being reborn. How are you going to ignore your dear best friend? Ariko's elbow sinks into the side of my stomach with a thud. Yeah? Anyway, do you know Tono-kun? Do I know him? We've been best friends since middle school. My best friend hits the table with a bang for emphasis. His shirt is unbuttoned. Really? The person who helped me this morning was Tono-kun. Oh yeah? If you told me his name, I would have brought him here. So did this guy do something for you? Yes, he helped me fix my splints. Huh? He helped you fix your shin splints? Arihiko frowns suspiciously. Well, I guess you would consider helping someone fix their shin splints a bit odd. No, fixing splints. Please don't make me angry when I'm eating. Still, Senpai gets angry. She seems to be someone you can never tire of watching. Never tire. Fixing splints. Oh, the splints in the courtyard. You're at it again? You sure enjoy that kind of thing, Senpai, but you'd be better off if you gave up. If you're doing things like that, the teachers will start expecting you to do them. That's alright, I do it because I enjoy it. You shouldn't talk about the teachers like that, though, you know? They really care about this school. Anyway, a find it difficult to follow the conversation. Really? Senpai, don't tell me that you normally do that sort of thing. Yeah. Don't you know Tono? Senpai so handy that they call her the shadow president of the student council. No, I was asking her, thank you. Wait, never mind. What on earth is a shadow president? Is she strong? I asked with my eyes. Yeah, responds Arihiko with an exaggerated nod. She's quite something, totally unlike the student council, which is a student council in name only. She's a third year who'll solve anything for you if you ask her. You should check out her tattoos. You got a fan club among the first years, and yet you almost forgot her name. If something happens, the teachers all rely on her. There's a single teacher who complains about what Senpai does. Arihiko speaks with pride as if he was actually talking about himself. Wow, CL Senpai sure is amazing. Even the teachers rely on you. Great. I look at her, totally impressed. Totally. Duh. Yes. Thank you. Senpai turns bright red, embarrassed. Senpai turns her curry rice with her spoon. Guess this is out of embarrassment, but it reminds me of the enemy I have to face. Curry rice by itself is fine, but after that it's curry udon. My doctor warned me not to eat too much, but I don't think there's anything else in this situation that I can do. So I start to dig into the rice. Nom. I decided to try to finish one dish quickly. I direct all my concentration to the rice. Meanwhile, Senpai and Arihiko begin talking about their own homes for some reason. I already know that Arihiko doesn't live with his parents, but it seems Senpai is also living by herself. Apparently it's quite close to school, roughly between the main street and the park. So Tono-kun, where do you live? Huh? I silently eat my food while Senpai peering at me asks a completely unrelated question. Where? Why do you ask, Senpai? You already heard where I live, right, Tono-kun? I think it's unfair that I don't know where your house is. Unfair? You worry about the strangest thing, Senpai. I wasn't listening to you. It's not strange. If I don't know where you live, I can't visit you if something happens, right? I stopped eating the curry rice. I have the feeling that something has been said that I shouldn't be jubilant about. Visit? You mean you'd come and visit me if I caught a cold or something? Nope, I wouldn't. I don't have any plans to visit at the moment. Smiling, Senpai replies instantly as if stating the obvious. Sis. Seems like the euphoria is premature. Senpai doesn't seem to have any unusual intentions other than visiting, I guess, sometime, maybe. I see, that's just the way she is. I guess I have to tell you. Yeah, my house is nearby too, only a 40-minute walk. There's a residential district on top of a hill, right? Just go a little further and you're there. Oh yeah, you moved in today, right? Arihiko strikes his hand on the desk. Senpai tilts her head slightly. Spaghetti falls out of my pockets. Moving? Tono-kun, were you a transfer student? Huh? Senpai asks a strange question. Arihiko meets my gaze. More spaghetti everywhere. I hand you a hamburger. Listen, I've been here since the first year. We've known each other since then, right? Why are you asking if I'm a transfer student now? But Tono-kun, you moved yesterday, so... Moving doesn't make you a transfer student automatically. I'm just changing my address on my school. Until now, I've been living with some relatives in the neighboring town. Just going back to my real home, that's all. Senpai, who wears a look of surprise. That's surprise. Just needs to understand. I see. You really changed your residence, just like I said. So now you live in the outskirts of town. Yeah. It's that colorful place on top of the hill. I'm moving there today. Could that possibly be the Tono-san mansion? Well, you know, his name is Shiki Tono. The Western-style house on the top of the hill is probably seen as something special by residents of this town. I haven't been there for 8 years, but even in my memories, the Tono mansion was ridiculously large. Yeah, that's right. I don't think it's the right place for me either, but it's too late now that I'm done moving. You don't seem too happy about it. It's neither good nor bad. I don't quite understand it either. Well, I missed your house. It's been 8 years, right? I can understand if you're feeling strange. You'll probably be feeling like someone else's house for a while. I wonder if that's so. I haven't gone back yet, so I don't know. Well, I'm a bit relaxed since I've always got a refuge at your place. Yeah, right. Mine is no refuge of yours. You come over during the holidays, my sister treats you better than me. Get up, sis. That's probably only because Arihiko has terrible behavior, but I refrained from telling him that in the interest of preventing the conversation from getting any worse. Yes, it's not pleasant at my home raised as a topic of conversation. Wow, you two certainly get along well, said by peers Arihiko and me. Is this an episode of Seinfeld? No way, me and Tony would never help each other, no matter how much trouble we were in. In other words, we're enemies, mademoiselle. Arihiko says it in a fed-up tone. I'm getting pretty fed myself with this pseudo-foreignerisms, also. Our relationship is so good that Tony has stayed over at your house before, right? Doesn't that mean you get along really well? You're wrong, senpai. That damn Tony is too reserved towards his parents, and he comes to my place every vacation. He's reserved towards them because they're taking care of him. That's why he comes over to my place when we conveniently have an empty room. Since he looks pretty decent, my sister took a liking to him, and he shamelessly comes over and stays with us without paying a cent. Freeloader. Arihiko's fist trembles as if to say, unforgivable. Taking care, Tono-kun. Arihiko clamps a hand over his mouth. Sorry, I should have stopped before I spoke. It's okay, you didn't say anything bad. I continue to eat my food without looking at Arihiko. He looks almost like Kuwabara, but not nearly as awesome. Really? Yeah, you're right. If you complain about that, you'll be in for some punishment. Arihiko nods himself in agreement. His overwhelming optimism is something I am truly envious of. Sorry, Tono-kun. Do you not get along with your previous family? No, that's not it. Oh, other person talking. It's a problem with the Arimas. Well, they always were the family who took care of him. They're really nice people, and from what I can tell, they're a happy family. Even so, he refused to be their adopted kid, and he escaped to my place every vacation. Sheesh. What were you not satisfied with anyway? There's nothing I wasn't satisfied about. It's just that I've received so much from them already. I didn't want to be a further burden on them. I finished my rice as I reply. No, only the curry udon is left. It's okay, senpai. Sorry for making you listen to something so boring. No, not at all. Sorry for asking something so strange. She forces herself to look cheerful. I force myself to keep reading. This topic might be fine for a long-time friend of like Arihiko, but a complex matter like this would have been troublesome for senpai. Does this sound what do you think? To prove my point, senpai sits there uneasily. Senpai, sorry, but I've got something private to talk to Tonem about. Do you mind leaving? I got some problems making such an offensive request. Do you mind getting the fuck out? Isn't that phrase a direct way of saying we don't want you, senpai, so get lost? What do you think you're saying? We can discuss those things anywhere. Senpai's still finishing her lunch? Despite all the talking with Arihiko, senpai has finished her rice anyway. No, I understand. Well, then I'll be leaving. Senpai lowers her head in a quick bow and leaves. Only Arihiko and I remain at the table. I sigh. And that will bring us to the end of the first hour of Tsukihime. I'm going to stop this here and change games, because I don't think we need more than 1 hour of this. So maybe tomorrow night we'll continue the adventures of Tono-kun. Seinfeld Tono-kun. And I could do Legend of Dragoon for a bit. It's currently, what, 2 a.m.? So if I do it for 2 hours, it'll be like 4 a.m. and then I have class at 10. Oh, that's 5 hours. Alright. BRB.